Alright, looks like we're live. Alright guys, welcome back. C.F.P here, and this is Survival Living. So, this video is in hopes that we can get our name correlation correctly with Survival Living. Yes, this is Central Florida Prepper. We changed our name almost 10 months ago to Survival Living. And I'm still getting emails from people wondering if we're still making videos. So, that's why the title is Central Florida Prepper. Yes, we have not stopped making videos. We just changed the name of the channel. You should still be getting notifications. It's just underneath Survival Living. So that is why we have our thumbnail, Central Florida Prepper C.F.P. That's why we have the title, Central Florida Prepper. That's us, guys. We haven't went anywhere. We've been cranking out videos non-stop. Alright, Gene W., good to see you. Rhonda, how are you doing? Scan family, how's it going? So, glad for clarification. Absolutely. Tennessee Tactical, how you doing, buddy? Jam RV Kids, how's it going? South Georgia. Oh, Michelle, how are you doing? Annie Oakley, good to see you. MB1776. Love that name. Casual Preparedness, how's it going, bud? So, I started my second part-time job today. Just got home, took a shower. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So if everything works correctly, when I work this current job, I'll be able to leave at a certain time and then you can catch my gas station job. Luckily, the gas station job is part-time, so it's not 24/7 or anything like that. So that's a plus. We have started a secondary channel. It has nothing to do with prepping. It is a tool restoration channel. I enjoy doing that on my off time, and so we decided to start filming. And I've got a rabbit right now that has decided to become active since we decided to go live. So yeah, we're definitely busy, that's for sure. Didn't realize I've been watching for almost a year. Yeah, come April 1st, it will be our 2-year mark. Scrolling through, guys. Ready for a break. 9 earthquakes in 24 hours. Last night, tennis-sized hail. And now we're getting flooded out. Slinging Petro. Yeah, I used to work in the oil fields there in North Dakota, out of Williston, back when they were doing all that fracking out there. I also worked on worked for a company that repaired the helicopter pads on the rigs out in the Gulf of Mexico after Katrina. Love the brick chisel video. After you got done, it looked like it was brand new. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've got a whole bunch of those chisels that need work done. You'd be amazed at how many tools you can still get for nearly nothing just because it's rusted up or a handle is broken. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't have. We're ordering an axe handle. Sorry for my voice, guys. It's going out on me today for some reason. We ordered an axe handle for our axe. I don't have any woodworking material to make my own axe handle. Not the correct axe handle. And it's back ordered right now. So, but there's still many other ways of making handles for tools. So yeah, I mean, you can get them real cheap, guys. There's ways of. I mean, you got to take a look at the tool. Is it something that you can fix? If it's just rusted up, just like the vinegar trick, vinegar works very good on getting that surface rust off of stuff. Now, if it's pitted rust and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to remove the rust, and you're going to be left with a lot of pits, a lot of indentation in your steel. So you're going to have to grind it out and stuff. Um, and if you don't have a way of re-nickel plating tools, and there's a process, there's an actual process to do it. You can do it at home. But if you don't have the chemicals and stuff that you need to do that, you get that bare metal clean enough, you put some primer and paint on it, you're good. It's not going to be all nice and shiny like a brand new nickel plated wrench or chromium. But yeah, paint. Rust-Oleum's awesome paint. It really is. That old handle looks so hard to get out. That handle took me about 45 minutes to get out. It took a long time. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, one thing, I was working off a piece of wood, and if you're gonna knock out an old handle out of a axe head, you need to have it supported up like a vise. And while you're beating your pry bar or whatever it is that you're trying to punch through, it keeps the surface open so that the axe can go through. Well, I don't have that availability right now, so when we're trying to pound on it, it's just mashing right on a surface. So yeah, it took a while to get that sucker out. I had to break the drill out on it. Excuse me. Scrolling through here, guys. Cherokee Survival, how's it going? Modern Refuge, how you doing, buddy? Okay. Sorry, I was just getting caught up in the chat, guys. So hopefully, when people see this video pop in their newsfeed, they'll at least see that Central Florida Prepper is, we're still here. We haven't went anywhere. It has been very frustrating. We still continue to do videos. Still going to continue to do videos because we have a lot more stuff to go over and teach. Some stuff people already know. Other stuff people don't know. As far as our tool restoration videos, the reason why I did that over there, I just had my own channel for that. Um, because I'm covering so many different types of tools and stuff like that, we'll be planning to. It really doesn't pertain to prepping specifically or outdoor survival or anything like that. So after our Dutch oven was released, our Dutch oven, our Dutch oven was released. Our video was released here, the restoration. I took a look at the analytics and saw that it didn't hold much interest. So the reason I put that there is because I had an idea to start doing this restoration channel. And it was just easier for me to move forward with a new channel. And basically, we took down our survival films because I decided to stop using all my time, all my free time, to do videos on how to do thumbnails and stuff like that. Because quite frankly, I've helped out a lot of YouTubers on that, and I've been on the phone with a lot of YouTubers going over the process on how to do banner art and all that stuff. And I don't have time for that. I've got too much stuff between two jobs and everything. Well, now two jobs plus YouTube. I don't have time to sit there and one-on-one with people. There's actually people that do that for a living. And the fact is, I didn't have anybody one-on-one me on how to YouTube. I had to research and dig around and research and constantly try to figure out what worked and what didn't. So we removed that. Actually, those videos are, I think, are in private. We just changed the name to Old to New Restoration for that channel. At camp right now. That's actually pretty nice. I'm a newbie and I love the videos. Hey, I'm Ryan. Hey, we all start somewhere. I'll tell you that right now. We all start somewhere. I don't know everything, but what I do show you is just the stuff I do know that works. And if it's something that's not going to work, I'll tell you this doesn't work. There's no sense of going around the bush and pretending that something's going to work if it don't. But other people might have other skills. They might be able to get something to work that I can't get to work. I'm going to show hubby and son that apple cider vinegar trick for the rusty tools. Yeah, El Michelle, make sure that they rinse off their tools after it's been soaking. Dry it good, then oil it. Apple cider vinegar, if it's been there for a while, it gets real tacky. If you take your tools out and you don't clean it very good, that apple cider vinegar gets real tacky on the metal. And I've heard that if you don't remove that acidic from the vinegar, that it'll continue to deteriorate into the rust. I mean, into the steel. I've never come across that. That's the only rumor that I've heard. You can neutralize it with baking soda powder, but it's just easier just to get some soapy water, rinse it, dry it, then oil it. As long as you are taking tools, metal, and you wash it and quickly dry it and oil it within the same time frame, you won't have issues with rust. Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Hey, so Jeff, yes, I sent you a text, man. We got that box. Jeff has sent us some winter clothes for when we get out to Wyoming, and I wanted to pull this out. At first, I wasn't sure what this was, and my wife had called me because she was on her way to work, and I was fixing to get off work. She says that box came in. She says there's a frisbee. I'm like, a frisbee? Why would he send me a frisbee? It's a collapsible bowl. But so I'm gonna have to show my wife this because she thought it was a frisbee, and I said there shouldn't be a frisbee. She said, well, maybe it's a coffee mug lid. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's one of those collapsible jobs. Actually, I like these things. I've seen bowls, dishes. I've seen a bunch of different types of plates and stuff made out of this material. I do like these things, but yeah, I figured I'd tell you that story since that happened today. AM Ryan, definitely do appreciate the super chat, buddy. Our super chats are never required here at all. I definitely do appreciate that support. Great stuff. We need folks like you. Thank you. Um, I'm a normal guy. I've got a lot of experience in the outdoors. I've had to live outdoors. When I was a train rider, I got to put a lot of myths to the test. What says works and what says don't work. Anything can happen outdoors. That's just a fact. Anything can happen. Every well laid plan, you better have contingencies for, because anything can happen. And most of the time, it's not from what you did wrong or anything. It's because there's another force you're dealing with, either another person, weather, anything like that. Something happens. So you always need a backup for sure. But definitely do appreciate the super chat. Got the 1,000 tomato plants and 1,000 bell peppers. Oh, got in. That's a lot of plants. Lisa K, how you doing? C.F.P, when I watch your video, they are so practical. Need to learn. I need to learn so much. Um, I'm definitely glad that they're considered practical. I really do. I try to film as good as I can with it. I'm still learning. I mean, I use the Hero Black 7, the GoPro, and it does a better quality. So I've been talking to my buddy Ryan with the Prescott Caliber Club. He's actually helped me with some of my film work because I usually film at 30 frames per second. And when I try to do that fast forward time lapse, it comes out jumpy and jittery. And we talk all the time like, dude, I know you do it. What do you do? It's my frame rate. So we're able to fix that, and that's how we're able to do our time lapse stuff. I mean, sure, I can film with time lapse, but to like speed up a process like grinding and stuff like that, that has worked out a lot. Okay, getting in the chat here, guys. Give me a second. Do you use navel jelly on your tools to oil? Navel jelly? No. I've always used either WD-40 or actual grease, or gun oil works very well too, but gun oil is a lot more expensive. As a mechanic, I've always just used WD-40, but I don't store my tools. I mean, if you just sit there and oil up your tools and just store it and put it away somewhere and never get back to it, you're running a risk of some moisture, humidity, anything like that getting to it. I mean, WD-40 and stuff will evaporate over time. It won't stay as oiled. But if you're actually using your tools and you're going out there every few months and taking a greasy rag and even a motor oil, a rag with motor oil works great. Okay, because it's already got the oil in it. And just go over your tools real well. dog bowl, drinking bowl when hiking. Yeah, I guess that could be used as a dog bowl or a drinking bowl. I did notice that there is some measurements in there. Looks like we have milliliters on the inside. Doubt that might come up. Okay, yeah, milliliters on that side, and I think we got, if I'm correct, cups. Yes, we got cups on that side, 2/3, quarter cup. So I'm not thinking this is particular for dogs because of the measurements, but I like them. I've seen the collapsible bowls and cups and stuff, and I do like those things. So that was actually pretty cool. But I have to show my wife what it is. So your scanned family, see if it, could you use it to put water and pour into a filter? Okay, let me read that carefully. C.F.P. could you use it to put water in and pour in to filter the water too. It's flexible. If you're referring to making a water filter using this, you could actually, because it's collapsible. As long as you have your base so that it drains out and you pack it up. If you pack this thing enough with charcoal, your charcoal is your main filter part of any of this. So all the sand, the grass, the rocks, and all that stuff, that's just to catch the bigger debris. That charcoal is what really catches your impurities. So I mean, yeah, I guess it could be used as something like that. I usually just use a 2 liter worth 3 liter soda bottle, and that's just for volume because the fact is, I mean, volume size. If I packed this thing up and made a water filter out of it, I'd be saying my charcoal level will be up to here on the second run, and by the time I put the sand and stuff in it, we're going to slowly have to pour water in, just because it doesn't have the volume for the storage. So I mean, it's an idea. I don't think I'd actually use it for a water filter. The cup is perfect for BOBs. Yeah, the collapsible part of it is pretty cool. Got the text. No thanks necessary. Enjoyed the gear. Jeff, we definitely do, man. But I definitely always want to say thank you, man. Definitely do appreciate it. And that saw has been freaking awesome. I had something fly in my face. All right, scrolling through here. Building a concrete pyramid storm shelter. I have not seen a pyramid style storm shelter. Very interesting. I have not seen one of those yet. Okay, I've been boiling the corned beef for 3 hours. It's okay, but not great. How long do you need to boil this stuff? 2 pounds. Um, the corned beef for 3 hours. Well, I can tell you, it depends on your elevation for one. Elevation definitely has a difference in boiling time on cooking. Same with canning materials too. Y'all near the Gulf, be safe. Man, lots of bad weather. Carolyn Low, yeah, we do have some nasty weather coming. I think 10 o'clock tonight. Another thunderstorm. It's just regular spring, summer, winter here in Florida. It's always coming off the Gulf. It's always some brutal winds and stuff like that. It's just crazy. Scanned family. I cooked mine for at least 6 hours, low in crock pot. Perfect. Thank you. I'll try motor oil. Yeah, motor oil does work very well. I mean, when you change the oil and stuff, and it doesn't even have to be clean motor oil. Even if you check your dipstick, it's got the burnt motor oil on it. Okay, the darker color motor oil. If you got that on your rag or you done changed your oil, it's still oil. The petroleum is still there. So when I mean, obviously you don't want to take your tools and dump it in a oil change. Okay, GoPro, turn off. I don't like voice activated stuff, guys, because you never know when this stuff starts filming. Even though there's no Wi-Fi on this, I do have the ability to set that up. Um, it catches phrases and turns itself on and starts recording. And I don't like stuff like that. Yeah, that's what we used to actually film with. This little GoPro. It works pretty well once you actually start getting used to it. Yeah, so motor oil works very well. Dangerous Freedom, how you doing? Happy Saint Patty Day. Definitely good to see you, brother. Scrolling through here, guys. I was referring to the video that you created your water filter. You can use it to scoop dirty water and pour into 2 liters since it's flexible. Scan Flemmy. Okay, yeah, I got you now. Um, yeah, because it's collapsible, it would work. It saves room than having to have a lot of containers for scooping up water and stuff because it's flat. That's a good idea, Scan Family. Um, yeah, that's a good idea because it's collapsible. You can actually collect the water that I need and then pour it into the water filter that way. I like that idea. Wait, what tools we talking about? Wrenches, dangerous freedom, not freedom seat spreaders, wrenches, sockets, your basics, hand tool. Oscar Blue just posted, changes mind. I don't know. Let's see here. Not sure what that's about. Lone Savage, how are you doing? It's been a minute. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. My throat's just all jacked up today. Half ground, half out of ground. Free press. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look and see about those pyramid shelters. I've never seen one. Little stumpy corner. Cromer. Cromer. Hello from South Carolina. Well, hello from Florida. Just scrolling through here, guys. Alaska Prepper, how are you doing, brother? Definitely good to see you. So, AP, give me a second. AP sent me something, guys. I thought it was the coolest thing. You know what it is? First, well, he sent me a letter. I'm not going to show the addresses and stuff. But yeah, first he sent us a really cool postcard. If you recognize any of this is Alaska Prepper. And then he sent me this Alaska Prepper silver round. What's really cool is that it actually says, let's see if I can get it in focus. Oh, I'm on my cell phone. It actually says Alaska Prepper on it. And I thought that was the coolest thing that Alaska Prepper has that on its coinage. I did text you, AP. I know you've been busy, but it might be the communal phone or that secondary phone or whatever. But I did text you to say thank you. But I'm definitely glad to see you, buddy. I had to talk to AP the other day. And since AP's actually here, I was talking to him on the phone about this. Um, we as preppers, we hear people all the time say, well, you can't eat silver. I mean, if you grind it up, I guess you could. Don't eat silver. I know they use silver for disinfectants and stuff like that many, many years ago. They used to actually put it in milk containers and stuff, or silver dollar, silver coin. Um, I'm not a medical expert, but let me tell you a little story. So I don't know if you guys remember our big silver buy. We buy silver. We buy what gold we can because gold is very expensive. Silver is a little bit cheaper. All right, so we had I forgot how many ounces we had, but we were able to buy between the $15 and $18 range on our silver. All right, I don't think we paid anything over $18 on our silver. Now, when all this stuff recently happened, When the silver prices went through the roof, we cashed out. We made out like bandits. We took our investment of all that silver and we were able to transfer wealth, dealing with everything from the pandemic, the shutdowns. C.F.P was hurting. C.F.P was hurting bad. I couldn't file my unemployment. Now, check this out. Everybody around me on the same job I was at could file unemployment. I couldn't. Said I didn't make enough. Then when I went to go file my taxes and got my W-2 forms, look at that. There's an extra $2,000 that I actually earned at that company. So during that entire time, I couldn't. So instead of whining and complaining about, oh, poor me, I went to work at a gas station, make a little extra money. Um, but we were hurting. So we would take that silver and not entirely double our income of what we invested, but pretty freaking close. That right there saved our butts. Silver is a way to put finances towards later value. I'm missing. AP has a better word for it, and that's exactly what we did. Now, do we still buy silver? Well, yeah. If it drops back down again, we will. But we're not buying right now at the prices because we sold out pretty good. Will silver go back up? Very possible. Will silver drop back down? I don't know. If it does, we're going to buy up some more. But we were able to take that and we were able to buy preps, pay our insurance, buy the things that we need off of that when that pandemic stuff was going down. So, yes, you cannot eat silver, but you can use it as a tool to prep with if you're smart and watch what goes on with it. So, I did want to say that. So, I did get to talk to him a little bit about that. And you know who got me into silver buying? Alaska Prepper. He didn't go, you better go buy this. No, he was just showing it to me. He gave me the information. I sat there and watched his videos on it. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Let me do a little bit of research on my own. And it was a no-brainer. You can sit there, you can pull up the market of the silver the last 10 years, and you can see how it's moving. Then you just do research on it. See what's going on in the country at that time when it spiked or dropped. You can do all that. All that information is there online. Okay, scrolling through here, guys. All right. El Michelle, thank you for getting Alaska Prepper's channel up for us. You know, guys, Alaska Prepper was the one that gave us our first shout out on our channel. We got our first love mob come out of Marfugo TV. But Alaska Prepper was the one that, I don't know why, but he was like, okay, you know, I like the C.F.P guy. No, I was in Alaska's chats for a while. I don't even think I even told him I even had a channel. I think someone else did. But yeah, he's always been real supportive over here. I still think he's going to turn into Alaska Popsicles out there. This is coming from the guy that's going to Wyoming, where they've got, see here, I think they're saying we have about 6 foot of snow on our property where it's located at. Yeah. When I said Alaska Popsicle guys, it's because I did that parody video, the troll thing, and I made sure I mentioned he's going to turn into Alaska Popsicle. Bitcoin would go to 120,000. It's quite possible. I had a cousin that bought Bitcoin when it first came out, and he made out great. I bought a little crypto after listening to AP. I bought a little silver each pay period. Lisa K. You know, crypto, it's like anything else. Um, Personally, I don't have faith that it's going to last forever. But if you can get into it, make a lump, and then get out of it, kind of like trading silver, trading gold. Hey, go for it. I'm no financial advisor, so this is just my opinions on it. If you're able to turn something, just like I used to play the penny stocks, I invested less than like $135 and turn around and turn penny stocks into over $700. Okay, but I bought a little bit at a time in different companies and just watched it. Now some of them failed. Maybe lost $36, but I played around with it for a while. I don't trust the stock market, so that was just a small investment that I was willing to lose if I lost it. And that's the thing, if you're doing an investment, guys, it's got to be money that you could put in there and say, okay, I no longer have it. Because if it's gone, it's gone. All right. Don't put it in there and go, man, I better make some money because I got to pay my rent next week. No, don't do that. You know, basically, if you put it in that market, count it gone. Gold and silver is controlled. In 10 years, Bitcoin will be more than $5 million. There is just no telling. I'm still trying to figure out the basis behind Bitcoin. I've been reading up on I think it's Bitcash, Litecoin, Ethereum. I probably messed that up. And I get the transaction and stuff, how they're making all that stuff, but there's a lot of research to be done with that. I mean, sure, you could probably go buy a couple dollar percentage of it, like PayPal. PayPal's got a thing on it now where you don't have to buy the whole thing. You just buy a little percentage of it. Like whatever the price of Bitcoin is right now, and you got $10. You can buy $10 worth of it, and it actually will hold it, and it'll generate your ups and your downs and all that stuff. And that's pretty cool, but it just depends on if that's what you're into. Like I said, I don't trust it, but I do see that if you know how to watch it, you can make money off of it. My cousin made a buttload of money off of it. I probably shouldn't say that word. He made a killing off of it. He did. He got into it real early. I think he was like $100 a share at the time. $100 a Bitcoin, I believe, was what it was. This is many years ago. It was the last time I lived down here in Florida, so it's been a long time ago. Let's see here. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Okay, guys. So again, Annie Oakley, if the grid goes down, then what happens to cryptocurrency? If the grid goes down, it's gone. If the grid goes down, so does all currency. Dollars, that's not going to last. Most banks. All right, here's something I want people to look at. The stimulus check, the last one, the $1,400 one. There's been a little uproar with the banks. Oh, they the the government said it's going to be by this date, so cash your we can't release the funds to the American people. There were some banks that said that because they don't have the money in their account. It's all ones and zeros somewhere else. So even the dollar, if the if the grid goes down, it's gone. Gold and silver does hold its value. Now, during SHTF, if you are starving to death and you got a can of beans and someone offers you a piece of gold, will you trade it? No, I'm not going to. But that gold and silver at the beginning of SHTF, and it depends on what scenario it is. At the beginning of SHTF, that gold and silver will outvalue the dollar bill. It's currency. When society starts rebuilding and rebuilds commerce, gold and silver will have value again. Once commerce starts building back up and society, civilization starts rebuilding. And I can base that off of the history of gold and silver throughout the history of mankind through all civilization. So, for those that say you're full of crock, there's the history. Look at the history. That's what I'm basing my opinion on that. But yeah, if the grid goes down, crypto, there's not going to be any, as far as I know, any way of tracking it down. Let's say it's an EMP. Let's say it's a coronal mass ejection. It's gone. But that goes for the same with stocks too. When I plate stocks. I didn't have any hard papers on any stock. Everything was digital. So it goes with a lot of stuff. About silver grains, gold grains, silver quarter dimes, and nickels. Yeah, the silver quarter dime and nickels they call junk silver. It's 90% silver. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. It's still silver content. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I know a lot of people. I apologize. Alaska Prepper, if the grid goes down permanently, crypto, dollar, gold, and silver will be the last of your worries. Better hope you are prepped and that you have a way to defend your preps as well. Well said. I completely agree with you on that. I did not get a check, not one ever from government. We got our first one, our $1,200 one. I didn't get the 600. I'm still waiting on my tax return. My tax return still says um, received. Sorry, guys. I am answering a text while I'm on a live stream. Okay. So yeah, I'm still waiting on mine. When I went to the portal and all that stuff, it still says that it was accepted. Still waiting for approval. I've always had a clean IRS tax thing. Why am I getting held up? But yeah, I got gypped on the $600 one too. If you qualified for the stimulus check and you did not get any, it should be refunded to you when you do your taxes. Yeah, I'm still waiting to see if I get that. I put in for my $600 on my taxes, but I ain't seen my taxes yet. All right. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap up early tonight. Like I said, I just got off work. So yeah, this was just to let everybody know that I'm Central Florida Prepper. The channel name is Survival Living. We changed the name because when we changed it to Survival Living, since we're not in Central Florida we're not Central Florida Prepper in Central Florida anymore. We're moving. I didn't want to keep that name, so when we changed that name about 10 months ago, we have communication issues, and I've got people contacting me by email going, "Hey, I just come across this channel. I didn't know you're still making videos. I haven't heard nothing from you in forever because Survival Living." So that's why we had the title and the thumbnail as Central CFP. I'm hoping when people see that in the newsfeed, and yes, I've actually got a lot that are actually still um, notified and all that stuff because we get those analytics. Hopefully they'll see that and go, "Oh, this redneck's still around." So anyway, all right. I'm Central Florida too. I used to be. We were Apopka, right outside of Orlando. I was Daytona for a while. All right, guys. I get caught up here. All right. Okay, guys. Like I said, this was just to do a real quick one. As far as our videos and stuff, guys, we're going to continue our prepping and outdoor survival skill videos. Again, I do the other videos over there on old to new restoration. That's my new channel. Um, we do tool restoration. You know, that's what I enjoy doing in my off time. So we started filming there. If that's what you're interested in, definitely go check it out. So that is our secondary channel. So anyway, guys, y'all have a great night. Definitely do appreciate every single one of y'all. Remember, guys, keep prepping. You know, everybody wants to get hung up on, oh well, I don't believe in Bitcoin. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in something or do believe in something. You need to be prepping either way. There's so many scenarios to be preparing for. And all these scenarios pretty much have the exact same prepping plan. food, water filtration, water storage, security. There's many different things you need to be looking at, and all these scenarios pretty much have the same plan as far as your preparedness. So don't get hung up on the little minute detail and just say, "Well, I'm not worried about it." You still need to be prepping. All right, guys. Definitely catch y'all later. I am tired. Talk to you later. I got it all messed up. All right, guys. You know what? I'm not even gonna try it. I can't remember what I'm gonna say. I'm that exhausted. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Speak to y'all later. That's it. I knew I was gonna get it eventually.